beer, wine, whiskey, vodka. People often wonder what the difference between these drinks really is. Some even ask if any alcoholic drink can be considered healthy. But scientifically speaking, what is the safe limit of alcohol consumption? And why exactly does alcohol intoxicate us? The answer is more interesting and more dangerous than most people think. Intoxication happens when the rate at which the liver removes alcohol from the blood is lower than the rate at which the brain absorbs it. That's when the effects really kick in. When we were young, we thought alcohol must be some incredible human invention. But in reality, alcohol is naturally available. Its history is older than human history itself. And the sad truth is, even today, in many villages and urban slums of our country, it is difficult to get clean water, but alcohol is available on every corner. This is the story of an ordinary middle-class family. Amit was the pride of his parents. A brilliant student, well-mannered, cultured, and his mother's favorite child. He never touched alcohol, never even liked being around those who drank. In fact, he despised them. He would look at drunkards being beaten up by police, stealing money from their families, and thought they were pathetic. But when Amit turned 18 and moved to a new city for college, things changed. Away from his parents. For the first time, he was free. He scored well in exams, and his new friends invited him to a party. As a celebration, he tried his first drink. Just one. That one glass turned into an occasional habit. He attended parties regularly, got new friends, and even a girlfriend. Soon, that occasional drinking became a regular weekend activity. His friends even admired his drinking capacity, laughing at those who got tipsy after a single glass, while praising Amit for drinking vodka like water. Months turned into years. Then one day, Amit's girlfriend broke up with him. To ease his heartbreak, his friends offered him alcohol. From then on, Amit began drinking every day. He slipped into the trap believing alcohol was the medicine that calmed his stress and pain. Scientifically, this is true. Alcohol increases dopamine and endorphins, chemicals that make us feel happy and relaxed. But with time, the brain needs more alcohol to reach that same level of peace. And when Amit didn't drink, the sadness, shame, and anxiety came rushing back. When he went home, his parents were shocked. His mother tried everything, prayers, psychiatrists, even strange remedies like forcing him to drink horse urine. Nothing worked. He became short-tempered, aggressive, and unpredictable. Eventually, he got married, but within 2 days, his wife realized the truth. Despite her and his mother's desperate efforts, Amit only got worse. One night, after a heated fight, he hit his wife and smashed the TV. The next morning, hungover and ashamed, he woke to see his mother and wife packing their belongings. They said they would rather work as laborers than live with him. This story may sound dramatic, but it is based on real events. And Amit is not alone. In thousands, no, millions of Indian homes, families with bright futures are destroyed by alcohol. When the breadwinner becomes an addict, the whole family suffers mental and financial stress. Heavy drinking not only cripples families financially, but also leads to fatal consequences. Think about it for a second. Is a moment of pleasure worth gambling with your family's future? While people spend thousands on alcohol every year, most never think about protecting their loved ones with even basic term insurance. A small investment today secures your family tomorrow. The younger you are, the cheaper the premium, and it stays fixed for life. Now, I know many of you watching this might be thinking, I only drink occasionally. I'm not addicted, but let me tell you, you'll be shocked to learn how harmful even occasional drinking is, and what the so-called safe limit really means. You'll also discover the surprising truth behind whether beer, vodka, whiskey, or rum is worse. If they're all the same poison in different bottles. And before I reveal these shocking truths, if you are serious about protecting yourself and your family from dangerous myths, then hit that subscribe button right now. Don't just watch and move on, be part of a community that values life over addiction. Trust me, you'll regret it later if you don't. Let's now dive into the dark science of alcohol. Alcohol is not something new. It has existed since before humans evolved. When fruits ripen, yeast feeds on sugar, releasing carbon dioxide and alcohol. This process is called fermentation. Early primates probably ate overripe fruits and got dizzy. Over time, evolution made humans tolerant and even addicted to fermented fruits. Scientists call this the drunken monkey hypothesis. Wine comes from grapes, beer from barley, rice wine from rice, cider from apples. Later, humans learned distillation, boiling fermented drinks, capturing the vapor, and creating hard liquor like whiskey, rum, vodka, tequila, and brandy with 30 to 60% alcohol. But in every drink, from beer to vodka, one chemical remains the same: ethanol. And ethanol is what destroys your body. Once you drink, alcohol enters the stomach, then the small intestine, and dissolves into the blood. On an empty stomach, it travels even faster. That's why drinking without eating causes quicker intoxication. Drinks with carbon dioxide, like whiskey, soda, or champagne, hit you even faster, as CO pushes alcohol into the bloodstream rapidly. From the blood, alcohol travels straight to the liver and brain. The liver works overtime to detoxify it, using enzymes. First, alcohol turns into acetaldehyde, a toxic chemical responsible for hangovers, then into acetate, which is harmless. But the liver can only work at a fixed pace. Drink more than it can handle, and alcohol builds up in your blood, raising your backyard blood, alcohol concentration. That's what police measure in drunk drivers. And where does alcohol hit hardest? Your brain. Neurons misfire. Glutamate, your brain's accelerator, slows down, and GABA, your brain's brake, takes over. You feel relaxed, calm, even you. But with excess, your brain literally forgets to breathe. Yes, that's how alcohol kills. From the moment alcohol enters your body, it hijacks your brain. It boosts dopamine, giving you a fake sense of happiness. Endorphins, your body's natural painkillers, are released. That's why Amit and millions like him drink to forget stress, heartbreak, or anger. But what happens next is even scarier. While your liver struggles to clear alcohol, it lingers in your system. It can be detected for 12 hours in blood, 24 hours in urine, and even up to 90 days in your hair. And long-term damage is devastating. Your brain literally shrinks. Neurons die. The frontal lobe, the part of the brain that controls emotions, decision-making, and focus, gets permanently damaged. That's why alcoholics can't control their anger. Your hippocampus, responsible for memory, shrinks. Alcohol blocks short-term memories from becoming long-term ones. That's why people black out and forget whole nights. And your liver, it goes through 4 horrifying stages: fatty liver, hepatitis, fibrosis, and finally, cirrhosis, on irreversible stage where the liver hardens and fails completely. By then, the only outcome is death. And all this comes with hospital bills and the lax, wiping out family savings overnight. Unless you had health insurance, alcohol not only kills you, but bankrupts your family too. And it doesn't stop there. Alcohol weakens your heart muscles, disrupts heartbeat, raises blood pressure, and leads to strokes and heart attacks. It destroys your pancreas, damages kidneys, causes painful ulcers, and even leads to internal bleeding. Now, here's a shocking truth. Even one drink is harmful. The World Health Organization has made it clear there is no safe limit for alcohol. Even a single glass weakens your immune system for the next 24 hours. Regular, occasional drinking keeps your body permanently vulnerable to infections. That one peg your friend tells you won't hurt is already damaging you. The myths don't stop. Red wine is not healthy. People say it has Yes, but those same antioxidants are in grapes in far higher amounts without the ethanol poisoning your body. Whether red, white, beer, or whiskey, your liver sees them all the same: poison. Even the excuse that alcohol keeps you warm is a deadly lie. It only dilates blood vessels near your skin. making you feel warm while your body temperature actually drops dangerously low, increasing the risk of hypothermia. Alcohol doesn't just hurt the drinker, it hurts families. In India, women whose husbands drink are 3 times more likely to face domestic violence. Children growing up in alcoholic households suffer trauma, depression, and often fall into addiction themselves. Drunk driving kills thousands every year. Innocent lives wiped out because someone chose a bottle over responsibility. And here, the cruelest trap. Alcohol is addictive because it hacks your brain's reward system. Your body builds tolerance. What used to take 1 drink now takes 4. Eventually, people can't even function without drinking. Their hands shake, their bodies sweat, they panic, hallucinate, even seize without alcohol. This is alcohol dependence syndrome, and it leads only one way towards death. In 2016 alone, alcohol killed 290,000 men and 42,000 women in India. Globally, it takes 2.6 million lives every year. Poverty makes it worse. Liquor shops target the poor, who spend half their wages for a few hours of nothing. And the cheapest alcohol is often the deadliest illegal. Methanol-laced poison that kills instantly. More than 22,000 Indians have died from such toxic brews in just 2 decades. Yet, not all stories end in tragedy. Emmett's family gave him one last chance. They contacted Alcoholics Anonymous, a global support group treating alcoholism as a disease. The journey was painful. Amit battled withdrawal, cravings, and near relapses. But he fought for his mother and his wife. Today, 10 years later, he attends AA meetings daily, living as a successful entrepreneur and a sober man. He admits the battle is lifelong, but he proves recovery is possible. The first step is admitting the problem. The second is seeking help. You don't have to fight this alone. Call the government's toll-free helpline 14,446 for confidential counseling, or reach out to Alcoholics Anonymous. Meetings are free and anonymous. Professional rehab and medical help are also available. But this is not just a personal fight, it's a social one. Promise yourself you will never drink. If your friends pressure you, share this story with them. Show them the cost of just 1 drink. You can still attend parties. You can still celebrate. Only next time, raise a glass of water instead. It's safer, tastier, and truly life-giving. Remember, it was only 1 drink that destroyed Amit's life for years. Governments, sadly, see alcohol as nothing more than tax revenue. They allow surrogate ads that trick people into buying poison. Until real change happens, it is up to us to resist. And now, before we close, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think alcohol should be banned completely? Or do you believe awareness is the only solution? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I'll be reading them personally, because the truth is, every comment, every share, every voice raised against this poison can save a life. Maybe even the life of someone you love.